So when I'm adding rational expressions, what I want to do is I want to find a least common denominator. And to do that, I start off by factoring everything that I can. The only thing that I can factor in this problem is the x squared minus 9 in the denominator of the first fraction. So I'm going to keep the top of the fraction the same. I'm going to write x plus 1, exactly the way that I see it. And then over here, I'm going to have x squared minus 9 in the denominator. And I can factor that as x minus 3 and x plus 3. And I'm taking the square roots of x squared and 9 in order to do that. Next, I bring down my plus sign, and I'm going to keep the second fraction the same. I'm going to have a 2 in the top of the fraction, and I'm going to have an x minus 3 at the bottom of the fraction. So now, to make these denominators the same, what I want to do is I want to take the bottom of each fraction and make sure that they're the same thing before I add. At the bottom of the first fraction, I have x minus 3, x plus 3, and on the bottom of the second fraction, I have x minus 3. So what I want to do is I want to find out what the first fraction has that the second fraction is missing. What is the second fraction missing that the first fraction has? Well, it's missing the x plus 3. So what I need to do is I need to multiply the top and the bottom of the second fraction by x plus 3. And I'm going to do that inside parentheses. I'm going to put the x plus 3 on the bottom, and I'm going to put the x plus 3 at the top. So now I have a common denominator. The bottoms of the fractions are the same. And now I can mess with the numerators, the tops of the fractions. So the first fraction, I'm going to keep the numerator the same. It's still going to be x plus 1, and the denominator is going to be kept the same. I'm still going to have x minus 3 times x plus 3. For the second fraction, on the bottom, I'm still going to have x minus 3 and x plus 3, but the numerator is going to change. So I have 2 on the outside, and I have x plus 3 on the inside. So what I could do is I could take that 2 that's on the outside and distribute it to everything on the inside. What's 2 times x? That would be 2x. Now let's do 2 times 3. What is 2 times 3? That would be 6. Now that I've simplified the top of the second fraction, now I can add the tops of the fractions together. I notice that I have like terms on the top. I have a 1x and a 2x. So I can put those together to get 3x. Now we can add the regular numbers, the 1 and the 6. If I add 1 and 6, I get 7. So that's going to be the top of my fraction. And then the bottom of my fraction is going to be that common denominator, that x minus 3 times x plus 3 that doesn't change.